Omni Trio, who happens to be the two Robs, Rob Haig and Rob Playford, live and direct in the studio tonight, mixing and blending some flavor for your musical pleasure. Time to check it out. Sit back and relax. You know what time it is. Time to get the cognac out, I think, right? As we take it easy in the house tonight with Omni Trio and Rob Playford doing their thing. And don't forget tonight on the bass lines when we open them, listen out for the number. For those who don't know, get your pens and your pencils ready. We're feeling in an extra specially good mood tonight. We're going to give away 3 signed copies of the new album from Omni Trio, Rob Haig and Rob Playford tonight. And callers number 97, number 98 and number 99 will win. So don't hold back for too long, otherwise you're not gonna win one. Come in, Omni Trio, man!
Jungle Massive on 0500 110 100.
You keep me up. You keep me up. You keep me up. You keep me up.
said before, the phone lines are now open. 0500 110 100. For those who didn't know, 0500 free phone 110 100. Remember, the 97th, 98th and 99th callers tonight win a brand new LP from the Omni Trio themselves. Signed copy, I might have you know. So make sure you check it out. We've got a big hello to Steve from Mel in Tosa, from the Northampton side of things. Also a shout to the Flavor crew and the Luton crew from Rachel and DJ Quest. Massive shout to the Ganja Man Gaz from Stacey. Respect to DJ Simplex from Oxford. And also big shout to Scully from Bedford. Also reaching out to Neville and Jennifer. Also Debbie over there in Edmonton, just chilling, rigging and jigging to 1FM, 97 to 99 FM, each and every Friday night. Catering for each and every style you can think of in the jungle fraternity. As we touch down with Rob Playford and Rob Haig, Omni Trio, live in the mix, 1FM.
One show gives you the UK's new music first.
New indie,
New rock,
new dance,
new hip-hop,
new trip-hop,
new drum and bass.
weekdays.
7 till 9.
If we don't play it,
You don't need it.
the award-winning evening session,
Only on 97 to 99 FM.
Radio 1.
The hardest steps on Radio 1.
want to say, reaching out to my little daughter Amber on your 3rd birthday today. Enough respect. Also reaching out to your sister Amy, old type Michelle up in the Hainault region, just locked into the 1FM. One in the jungle each and every Friday night. Check it out here alongside myself, Navigator.
Friday, the roughest beats first.
Phone lines blazing, requests coming in thick and fast. And we've got our first prize winner, Paul from Manchester. Big up your status, stay on the line, we're gonna get your address and such forth and so details. He's saying hello to Shay, Lee and Johnny. Maximum respect to our first prize winner, Paul from Manchester. Also a big shout going out to the Lampeter crew and Kate and Tropody from Simon. Also respect reaching out to the Newbury crew from TD, James, Martin and John. A message for Joe Walker is JS back on the list. Beautiful name. Mr. Pops, I love him too. That's coming from Fred. Also a shout out to all the Rinse crew, Nush, Purple, Pie Man and DJ Vortex. Also tonight I must send a maximum respect out to DJ Ron and the London Something Massive over in East London there. Old Tight Strings, SL, Rusty, Lenny Rock, Dubs, Toughest, 5-0, all the massive, etc, etc. Come cross!
One in the jungle.
Omni Trio in the mix here tonight on 1FM. Remember, every Friday night, tell everybody, tell your friend, your enemy, the milkman, the dustman. One in the jungle, Friday nights, 10 to 12, just before Westwood. Don't forget him, he's gonna be up in an hour's time playing out the best rap tunes you love so bad. Also, Goldfinger Chris, big up your status tomorrow night from 12 to 2. Radio 1 certainly happening for 96. Run things!
The Friday night slam down.
going crazy. You can check it out. 0500 free phone 0500 110 100. For those trying to get through, we got a second prize winner. Gail in Birmingham, big up your status. Our second prize winner tonight, saying hello to Katie, Darren, DJ Sidekick, and also bigging up DJ SS. She says thanks for a rapid show a fortnight ago. Also bigging up Fearless and the MC Warren G. Second prize winner tonight, Gail in Birmingham. We also got a massive respect reaching out to the Mappy King crew in Derby, also to Errol Gordon and Errol Stanley from the Rev. Shout out to Preacher, Willie, and the Eastern Ragga Massive, to Donovan Bad Boy Smith, who I was in Germany with a couple of weeks ago, and all the other Gloucester crews from DJ Shy Tot. Also respect to Haley from Richard Dawn and the Southern crew. Maximum respect. Shout out to James Brown from Jamie Brown and the East London Massive. Phone line still blazing on 0500 110 100 with two prize winners, one to go.
Check me, Chris Goldfinger, this and every Saturday night between the hours of 12 midnight and 2 a.m. for an innovative dancehall experience. I'll be linking with Jamaica's top DJ Richie B on the Reggae Review, where we'll be finding out what's what on the reggae scene.
Grill it up, man.
Enough things are going 12 midnight till 2 a.m. Saturday into Sunday morning. It's going to be the biggest and the best reggae show this side of the Caribbean. Check it out on 97 to 99 FM, Radio 1.
Gotta say, Chris Goldfinger absolutely mashes us up every Saturday night from 12 to 2, playing you the best and the latest and freshest ragga, reggae, and all that jazz. Fresh in from Jamaica, I gather. Maximum respect. Make sure you check it out tomorrow night between 12 and 2. Chris Goldfinger himself, blazing.
One in the jungle.
Just like to say thanks to all the people who phoned up tonight on our phone lines. We have our last prize winner, and it's Rob in Milton Keynes, and he says hello to DJ Ricochet and Hallmark in Milton Keynes. I was up there today actually. And hold tight, Debbie and Michelle. Maximum respect to our last prize winner. So the phone lines are now closed. Also, respect to Neil Butcher saying hello to Amy Volkert. Also, big shout to the Northern Ireland Junglist Posse from MC Sky. Shout to all the boys in Toys for Boys raving in Birmingham. Claire from Real also wants to say big respect to Steve from West London, who she met in Ibiza in July. To get in touch, please get in touch. And respect to all the Junglist crew. Shout out to the Guernsey crew, Steve, Chatty and George. Derek in Oxford wants to say hello to Zoe, Purdy, Natalie and Winston. Respect to the Bailey twins and Rich from Liverpool, and good luck to MC Stepper at Helter Skelter tomorrow. A dedication, a big up to all North Sea Camp, Massey, man like the Harry, man like the True A, coming from Sweetie, Sarah and the Wrong Swedes, Cuss and Philly, see you on the outside. Also big shouts to Courtney B, Gary, Pricey, Fido, Marlon, Dominic, Jordan and Dino from Nathan May in Derby. Also bigging up all HMP crew, don't care where you are and where you're locked in, but big up your status, cause we love you bad, bad, bad. Also Dawn in Holloway, maximum respect.
One in the jungle.
2 minutes to go in our hot mix tonight from the Omni Trio. And I am now looking at one of the Omni Trio albums, a double vinyl with 8 tracks on it. Omni Trio, Rock Play for The Moving Shadow. It's called The Haunted Science.